Good morning, Cubs. It is Thursday, April 29th. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we are in periods 4, 5, and homeroom today. Got a lot going on today, so here we go. Today is Peace Rose Day. The peace rose is kind of an orangish colored rose, almost creamsicle colored. Has a pretty interesting history. I don't study the history of plants, but when I was reading up on why this day is called Peace Rose Day, there was a really cool story behind it. It was actually developed by a French gardener, and in 1939, he kind of felt that it was inevitable that Germany would invade France, and he was worried about his rose. So he started sending cuttings of this rose to friends all over the world, like in Italy and England and places like that, so that if his farm got destroyed, the rose would live on. So in fact, Germany did invade, and he was able to get the cuttings out really on the last plane out of France before Germany took over all the airports and stuff. So when it came to the United States, the friend there developed the rose and kept it going until the war ended. After the war, the United Nations was created to try to stop wars. And the first day that the United Nations was open, each delegate was given a peace rose with a little note saying, hey, we hope this rose inspires you to continue to seek peace. So, cool name. That's how it got its name. And today we celebrate that rose. More than you probably wanted to know about the rose, but a cool story is a cool story. Today is also Shrimp Scampi Day. For those of you that don't know what shrimp scampi is, it's usually shrimp cooked in butter, garlic, lemon juice, and white wine, and served over pasta or rice. I have a firm rule that fish and seafood are friends, not food. And so shrimp scampi is not something I eat a lot, but people that I know that like seafood say it's delicious. So hope you get to try it someday. It's also National Zipper Day. April 29th, 1913 is when the patent for the zipper was made final, and it changed the way we kind of do things. Every day we walk around backpacks that have zippers, pants that have zippers, jackets that have zippers. They've just become kind of a very important piece of our wardrobe. So today, appreciate the genius that is the zipper. It is also National Poem in Your Pocket today. Our English teachers are probably very pleased because we've now had 2 poetry-based days in a row. So National Poem in Your Pocket Day really just is, hey, if there's a poem you really like or something that inspires you or makes you feel good or whatever, share it. Carry it around in your pocket, give it to someone who you think needs it, write it on the back of an envelope of a letter you're sending, send someone an email with the poem. It's just share your poem, try to spread some joy or whatever that way. It's a good idea. Want to say happy birthday to Madeline Boggs. Hope it's a great one, Madeline. And now we'll get on to announcements. I'm shorthanding my nagging now. Student handbook signatures, please get them in. There's going to be no in-school or in-person school or Zoom sessions tomorrow. It is a collaboration and planning day for teachers. And then students, you'll work out of Google Classroom tomorrow. Today, Hoquiam Middle School will be electing ASB officers for the coming year. 8th graders will be electing their class officers for their freshman year at Hoquiam High School. You will be voting in your homerooms. And then we will be also electing ASB officers for the middle school. And again, all the voting will be done in the homerooms. Each candidate's made a video. Videos will be showed in your homeroom, and then you will fill out your ballot. If you have any questions, you can contact Ms. Folkers. Good luck to all of our candidates. Sports. Today, we have soccer home versus Elma. It still says 4 o'clock varsity, 5:15 JV on the schedule. But I understand that, you've been actually playing in reverse order of that all year long. So I'm not sure if that's the actual times for varsity or JV yet. Soccer, if there's a soccer girl and she wants to set me straight, I would be happy to have them tell me what time they're playing. Friday, tomorrow, football, home versus Centralia, 4 o'clock. So today's soccer match is their last of the season, and tomorrow's football game is their last of the season. I want to thank all the athletes who turned out and coaches who gave their time to make sure that we could have some sort of sports. Now we're heading into season 3, and that will actually start for the middle school on Monday. It looks like middle school track's going to be our only middle school sport. However, 8th graders, you have the option of turning out for high school sports in basketball for both boys and girls and wrestling for both boys and girls. Now, practice has already started for these sports, but they will let you sign up and turn out until next week. So if you were late to the party, don't worry, you can still turn out, but you got to get in and make sure all your final form stuff is done. For those final forms, if you're an 8th grader and wanting to turn out for high school, please go into your middle school sports. Like if you're turning out for girls basketball, go into middle school girls basketball. And then Ms. Duvall, our AD, will move your stuff over to the high school roster. All right. For more information, you can contact Ms. Duvall. Her email is aduvall, DUVALL, @hoquim.net. All right. Please remember to keep your mask on at all times while you're on campus. Your mask should cover your nose and mouth. Wash and sanitize your hands regularly, and don't group up and linger in the hallways. The other thing I would ask you to do, quite honestly, is if you are dismissed from school, unless you're waiting for a brother or sister to be dismissed or whatever, kind of start walking. We don't want people kind of grouping up in large groups around school if we can avoid it. So please, once you're dismissed, head home. All right, today's meaningless fact. Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas. I don't know what to make of that, but I'll let you wrap your minds around that. Anyway, have a great Thursday. Hope it's an awesome one for everyone. If you got nothing to do, come out and watch the soccer team as they play their final match at Emerson Field, and keep it classy, Hoquim.